Hello, Bay Broncos. It is February 14th, 2020. Today I'm going to be reading a book called Before She Was Harriet. But first, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. For those who celebrate, I'm wearing my Valentine's shirt, my I Love You shirt, which I like very much. And it's been a really fun day, lots of parties. I did not make it to all 20, although I tried, I was going to. I think I made it to 14 parties, which isn't so bad. It's not so bad. It was really fun to see everybody, and thank you so much to everyone who gave me Valentine's. And thank you even more to those people who gave me hugs. It's just nice to get so many hugs today. We had a great week this week. On Wednesday morning, we had Muffins with Mom. There was a huge turnout for Muffins with Mom. We had a lot of muffins, and it was great to see everybody. And on Thursday, the kids had a mini choir concert from our choir, which was really fun. Next week, things to remember, there's no school on Monday. Again. So 2 Mondays in a row, no school. And then on Thursday, we have spring pictures. So the spring pictures is different from the pictures in the fall. Not everybody gets their pictures taken. So you only get your picture taken if you bring back an envelope. So if you don't have an envelope and you need one, please let your teacher know. We'll make sure that you get it. If you don't want spring pictures taken, you don't have to send anything back. You just don't get spring pictures taken. So it's February. So in honor of Black History Month, I have an amazing book to read that I just got not that long ago called Before She Was Harriet, about Harriet Tubman. And it's by Lisa Klein Ransom, and it's illustrated by James E. Ransom. Before She Was Harriet. Here she sits, an old woman, tired and worn, her legs stiff and her back achy. But before wrinkles formed and her eyes failed, before she reached her twilight years, she could walk for miles and see clearly under a sky lit with only stars. Illustrations are really realistic. Before she was an old woman, she was a suffragist, a voice for women who had none in marriages, in courts, in voting booths. Before her voice became soft and raspy, it was loud and angry, rising above injustice. Injustice is when things aren't fair. National American Women's Suffrage Association. Before she was a suffragist, she was General Tubman, rising out of the fog, armed with courage, strong in the face of rebels and planters and overseers, as they watched fields burn and bridges fall and 700 slaves, still chopping, and start running to a woman who ferried them to freedom on the Combahee River, turned River Jordan. Before she was General Tubman, she was a Union spy, carrying secrets across battlefields to soldiers fighting in the Civil War for President Lincoln to end slavery. I'm learning so much about Harriet Tubman. Before she was a Union spy, she was a nurse, caring for those hit with bullets and hatred and fear, tending to them with bandages and words in the bloody dirt of Southern soil. She was a nurse. Before she was a nurse, she was Aunt Harriet, daughter of Ben and Rit, who helped her parents flee their master and find their way through woods and streams to the safety of Canada and a new home in the north. Before she was Aunt Harriet, she was Moses, a conductor on an underground railroad with no trains and no tracks, just passengers traveling to freedom up north through swamps, past slave catchers, across rivers, under the cover of night. Seeking the promised land for her people, led by dreams and God and faith, a wisp of a woman with the courage of a lion. Before she was Moses, she was Minty of Maryland, of one slave owner, and then others who worked her, punished her with lashes, broke her back, but not her spirit. Before she was Minty, she was Araminta, a young girl taught by her father to read the woods and the stars at night, readying for the day. She'd leave behind slavery, along with her name, and pick a new one, Harriet. And remember her days as a suffragist, as a general, as a spy, as a nurse, as Aunt Harriet, as Moses, as a conductor. As Minty, as Araminta, who dreamed of living long enough to one day be old, stiff and achy, tired and worn and wrinkled, and free. Before She Was Harriet. I hope you enjoyed that book. It's important to remember the histories that have not always been taught in our schools or in our houses. And Harriet Tubman is a really important part of history. So, Broncos, have a wonderful 3-day weekend. I will see you on Tuesday. And today and every day, it's great to be a Bronco. Bye.